50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote a series of 7 Harry Potter fan fiction novels. This is book 3 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Commentors from Azkaban. Everyone, welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Book 3, Harry Potter and the Commentors from Azkaban. Sam Garlip is here.
I am here.
Now, video viewers on the Patreon will know why we're laughing. Silly audio-only non-Patrons won't.
I am going to tell them, though. I was just...
Well, before he tells you, patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys. Find out for yourself.
Yeah.
Now tell them.
Well, I will tell. I was just imitating Mike's movements in the display of the camera.
Yeah.
So that it kind of distracted you because I was cloning your every movement. But then you made your movements more complicated as you went on, which made it harder for me to keep up.
So do you notice that, like, when I start the show, I kind of, like, point and I, like, do a bunch of... Almost like I'm casting magic.
A spell.
But I don't do that intentionally. I think it's just because I have Italian heritage. I move my hands.
You do. And I was going to say it's because you've got the magic in you.
I've got the magic in me. I got the magic, baby.
Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Yes, it turns to gold.
I kept going because I knew you wanted to do the turns to gold. I just knew you wanted to do that.
Now, if you were listening on Patreon, we actually did a 10-minute Patreon bonus before the start of the show. Patreon.com/Harry Potter and Boys. Please sign up. Give us some money. Yeah. And we were talking
a lot of music,
songwriting mechanics that we like, of which chorus kind of harmonies was one of them. So it's great that came back.
It's a callback, but not to you. No. Yeah, it's a callback to our own conversation.
I do like that we start the show now by referencing something that only the Patreons know about to tease people and be like, this is what you're missing.
Speaking of teasing people, I don't know why I'm bringing it up, but I think we were going to say that I've got a comedy festival show coming up soon.
Yes,
and
good segue.
I was going to... And this is a tease because the comedy festival show isn't on yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just teasing you about it. But it is coming up April 2nd to 7th.
Yes.
I'd love to see as many HPATB fans there.
Only doing 5 nights this time.
6 nights.
6 nights, yeah. Great. And it's at?
QT Melbourne.
Great venue.
It's got a great rooftop bar.
Yeah.
It's a bit classier than my last place.
We will be up having a drink before.
For sure. You're coming at least twice.
I'm coming at least twice, probably 3 times, and I would love to see you there as well. But
actually, probably 3 times.
Yeah, but if you liked Sam singing "I've Got the Magic in Me," he does a lot of songs. It's going to be epic, and as long as Sam has done it properly, there is a special discount code. Finally set up now for
I'm so sorry.
Guys.
It should be the code Harry.
Yes.
Keep track of the HBATB Instagram, just in case.
Okay.
Just in case.
Now it's a job for me. I'm going to post that.
No, but yeah. I mean... I'm sure I've set it up right.
Yeah.
Harry.
And it's what? Like, it's cheaper tickets than anything you can get if you're not a listener of this podcast.
That's exactly right.
But what if someone goes like, hey, I just realized we could pay full price to Sam's show, but I don't listen to the podcast, but I noticed on the Instagram, they've said if you use this code, you get in.
Well, I won't know that because it has to be online. You can't.
You're happy for anyone to use code Harry, even if they don't actually listen.
I guess
to the show.
if you get a hold of the code, go for it.
Well, I'm gonna say
but I don't really want.
I'm gonna say if you don't listen to the pod and you've come across the code, I think it would be fundamentally dishonest for you to use the code. That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree, but how are they gonna hear that message?
Yeah, well, so I think it's important. Here's what I think. when you hear this, there's going to be a post on the Instagram about Sam's story, about
certainly
Sam's
will.
show that includes the code. If you like this show, I want you to share that post on your Instagram story and write, do not use this code unless you listen to the podcast, and share it to everyone you know. And if you see someone at the show who you know doesn't listen to the podcast, we want to do a public shaming of them.
That's an incredible call to action, and I think I think that will go ahead.
It'll work.
The only thing is, I would actually, but I don't want to undermine what you've just said, but I would say that if you're a listener,
yes,
and you want to bring 5 friends,
yeah,
yes, of course you can use the code for your 5 friends,
and there'll be little badges at the door that say I use the code, but I'm not. I'm not a listener, but I use the code.
I feel like if I'm giving a discount and then I'm having to pay for and produce badges as well, that might
offset
the cost. I don't know. I don't know cost benefit analysis. I don't do any analysis.
Sam Garlep, Big Ick Energy, Melbourne International Comedy Festival 2024. Tickets at comedyfestival.com.au. Or just soon. Go to Sam's Instagram at Sam Garlep with 2 P's, PP.
Yep.
Ha ha ha. That's awesome, man. I'm excited. I can't wait.
I'm super excited.
Oh, and I'll also say, oh no, I'm not. I'll say that next week. I'll say that next week.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if my Harry Potter bit's going to make it into the show, but it might. There may be. No. Because it might be in there.
Okay. Well, sorry. I thought you meant this episode, not the show.
Oh no, I'm in my actual stand-up show. I had just a little bit about Harry Potter, but it may not make it.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's a tease for you.
That's how funny it is. That's how funny all the content is. I'm losing incredibly highbrow Harry Potter material.
Yeah. I have a couple of things I want to bring from the listeners.
Great.
First things first.
What are they up to? What are you guys up to anyway?
Well, I got a great message in. Oh, God, and now I'm not going to be able to find it. But I got a message in from Padding for time.
Paddington. I've still not seen Paddington or Paddington 2.
I haven't either.
I heard someone
really good things about
I've
them.
heard someone I saw Paddington 2 and cried. I was like,
apparently they're like amazing movies. I know this guy's name is Vincent.
Do you want me to say something first?
No, I found it. Vincent Salvado. Salvado wrote into me because we've obviously what nationality do you reckon Salvado sounds like?
It could be Italian.
Yeah.
And it is Italian. Salvado obviously meaning the savior or salvation.
Yeah. Does it actually?
Jesus Christ.
I guess it would, yeah.
Maybe.
Well, obviously, he is Italian. We've been talking a lot about the Il Globo.
Il Globo, and the Il Progresso.
Yeah, Sam will be... okay, no. Vincent said he's actually from Sydney.
Oh.
There's no Il Globo in Sydney. It's the La Fiamma.
Oh my God, they have one in Sydney as well.
The family. I think it's the family.
The family.
La Fiamma.
You don't go against the La Fiamma.
No, you don't go. So there's one thing. Second thing.
Okay.
Last week we were...
Thank you for getting in touch.
Thank you. Yep. Get in touch anytime. Last week we were talking about Stan by Eminem.
Yes.
And we specifically said if there are any Stans, if we've ignored any messages, please do not stan us by writing, angry letters to us.
Or unaliving anyone.
Sam, yes, correct. Sam, I
would
like you to put these headphones on. If that's okay. I've got some headphones for you. Pop them on. I'll turn the volume down for you. Tangled up. Yeah, figure it out. A listener also named... Is it too loud?
It's a little bit loud.
Okay. A listener also named Sam wrote into the show.
Okay.
I've ignored a few of his emails. And he's actually sent an email in this week.
You're joking.
With a Stan style letter.
Get out.
I think he also follows and listens to my other podcast, 20th Century Boy, and I think he followed the TCB Instagram, and then I went on his profile and liked one of his photos, right? That's just context. So he's written an email. I've decided in Eminem style
Love it.
to respond to his email, but also embody his email in rap form.
Wow.
And then I've responded also in rap form, the same way Eminem does at the end of Stan.
Okay, so you've really,
I've done a bit of work.
Because in Stan, Eminem really does read Stan part as well.
Yes,
so
exactly. So I am the voice of Sam, not you, Sam the Stan. And I have a proposition for Sam in the song as well. So,
my God.
I'd like to play it for you now. Dear Mike, I wrote you, but you still ain't wrote back. I was so proud of myself to chip in with a Potter fact. I sent 2 emails back in spring, but you must not have seen them. There probably was a problem with the owls or something. Maybe it was sent by Errol from back in book 2. But anyways, fuck it. I love your pods, your content, and your reels too. How's your partner? I heard about you debating after reading her book. I'm sorry, but that's crook a little whack. I followed TCB the other day, alerts going off saying you like my pick back. I didn't know you viewed me that way. What else can I say? I like the chit chat you do with Sammy though, that shit is chat. Anyways, I hope you get this, man. Hit me back just to chat. Truly yours, not your biggest fan. That's Amy, and this is Sam. My tea's gone cold, I wonder why I got out of bed at all. Morning rain clouds up my window, and I can't see it all. Even if I could, it'll all be great. Put your picture on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Dear Sam, I meant to write you sooner, but I've just been busy. You said you heard about me debating. Oh God, how fucked up is me? Look, I'm really flattered that you like my podcast, man. Are you a new listener or here since it all began? I'm sorry I didn't reply to your emails. I must have missed them. Don't think I did that shit intentionally or I'd be pissed then. I'm glad you like the chit-chat with Sam too. We say so much shit just clowning, dog, to entertain you. And what's that shit about Il Globo, the Italian paper? I hope no one's thinking, oh, Mike's Nona, I can't escape her. We're really glad we've got such loyal fans. It don't matter if your name's Amy, Yee, or Sam. But since you're writing in, I've got a little proposition. Feel free to take some time to consider your position. So what I'm thinking is that this show needs you, Sam. We need a listener we can call the official Stan. And when I think about it long and hard, I know it's true. I think the official Stan of Harry Potter and the Boys should be you. Damn. Can Sam...
Oh my God.
Obviously, we've got Amy, the official correspondent of the show. We had the other Amy, who was the unofficial correspondent of the show, who seems to have dropped off the face of the universe.
That's true.
Can we have Sam, the official Stan of the show?
I think we can. We can. And can I just stand you for that?
Oh,
that
thanks, man.
was amazing.
Don't stand me though.
Oh no, not stand you. I just stand you.
Sam me.
Like
Sam.
I ship you.
Yeah, you ship. Yeah.
That was fucking amazing.
Yeah, well, thanks to Sam for your creativity. We probably won't do that again if anyone else feels creative.
If anyone else is feeling wrong,
it did take a lot of time.
That was amazing.
Thank you so much.
That was I love a
parody.
I love a Stan parody, especially.
Oh, you specifically like Stan?
I did one at the end of my show last year.
That's right, you did.
Yeah.
Jack Post did one as well.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's an easy one to do.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank you.
Perfect effort.
You.
I also just loved that the chorus. You're like, yeah, I'm just going to sing the chorus.
I was going to get you to do it, but I didn't want to spoil what was going to happen on the show. But yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah,
I think we've wrapped that up well.
That's
Stan.
done.
Now I think
the official Stan.
The official Stan of the show. Now, no murdering.
Yeah.
He won't murder anyone.
And we'll send you out a copy of Il Globo. And
yes, we will.
I have one Harry Potter tidbit before the double F. Is that okay?
Of course. Yeah, I'm still coming down from that.
Okay.
Great.
You know, in the last Harry Potter book or the last Harry Potter movie, where it sort of starts with they have this idea to everyone is going to take Polyjuice Potion and look like Harry Potter.
Yes.
The more I think about it as an idea, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Why didn't they just make Harry Polyjuice Potion into a random muggle that no one knows and walk
100%.
to where he needed to go?
100%.
Because no one would know it was him.
It makes no sense. Like, I don't think it makes any sense.
No.
I'm sure there's someone who's going, oh, they couldn't do it but really, they were like, fuck, let's just make everyone look like Harry and we'll just fucking go for it. That's the most risky option.
It is, because it's like, okay, well, we know one of them's definitely the real Harry, so let's just kill all of them. Instead, they should have just been like, Harry, take this. You just have to walk and catch the train here, and then you'll be there.
And we've got if they've got that much Polyjuice Potion for like at least 6 other people, right?
Yeah.
They then could have just also polyjuiced the other. Who are they?
The Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah. they could have just got fucking Tonks and Raymond. You know, they could have all just polyjuiced into other muggles, and they all could have just walked
down the
around,
street.
walked down the street, looking like the Dursleys. You
Yeah.
know?
It's absurd.
Now I am just thinking, I wish that at one point someone polyjuiced into, like someone very powerful polyjuiced into Vernon Dursley. Because you can imagine them like, wah, wah, like Vernon just like doing like a backflip, like a full that would be hilarious.
You know what I just realised actually? You can't polyjuice into Voldemort. He's got no hair.
Oh.
Or can you do it with any DNA?
I don't know.
That's a great pickup.
I mean,
Maybe you could use
he's smooth all over, I think.
Does Voldemort have pubes?
Does he have junk at all?
I think he does have a
ca-
penis.
He must, because is that the canon for
Oh yeah, the cursed
the
child.
cursed child.
Yeah, he has a daughter. But like, does he have pubes? Like,
God.
because he's not shaving. That's the thing.
does he have eyebrows?
I
don't think he
has
does.
eyebrows. So maybe he doesn't have pubes. Do you know? Yeah. No, don't worry.
Maybe he got laser.
All right, should we get into the fan fiction?
Yeah.
Or do you have anything
No,
to
no.
read?
This isn't actually a tidbit. This is just that I was late today.
Yes, tell us
I was
that
looking for a
story.
park. I was looking for a park.
Yeah.
I was late anyway, and then even though I sometimes walk here, which is much more relaxing.
Yeah.
There's so much. There's either it's a tough place to park anyway around here.
Yes.
And there's construction.
Lots of narrow streets
People
around
still
here.
and I finally found one. I was messaging. I've got one. I was watching this big car trying to get out, and then I hear this sound, and then like a crackling, cracky sound, and then because I had my window down, and then they got out of the park. They drove off, and then I realized, they've backed into the car.
Oh, no.
So when I said to you, I found a park, and then you're like, "Fuck, he's taking ages," because
Yeah.
I was like, I'm now going to that park. So
You're
I'm like,
gonna-
they're
they're
going to
gonna
maybe
think
think it
it's
was
you.
me.
Yes.
But they have backed into that car. So then I had to write a note. I think I kind of remember that. Then I had to write a note, put it on the windshield.
What did you say? I saw a car hit your car.
I just went number plate. I wrote number plate damage because they kind of just fucked their whole number plate up.
Really? Oh, is that bad?
Oh, a little bit. But not, yeah, I just wrote number plate damage, then wrote the number plate. Don't think they noticed. Big car.
Did you say I saw it? Because maybe they'll think it's you.
No, I said don't think they noticed. And I did, yeah. No, they won't think it's me because I didn't leave a number. I don't want them calling me. They do with that information what they will. I don't want someone texting me going, "What happened? Did you see that?" I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I do care.
True.
I've
You
done
don't
enough.
need to be a witness.
I don't need to be a witness.
Yeah, you've done more than anyone else.
They're probably a resident. I feel like they're a resident around there anyway.
Yeah.
So they'll probably go, "Oh, that's my neighbour, John."
Ah, bloody
He's
John.
bloody backed into me again. But anyways,
I'm
that took
glad
me a
you
while.
got here.
That had nothing to do with the Harry Potter podcast, but
I think it's an interesting story.
I was basically a witness to a crime today. It was hit and run in a way.
It's absurd, yeah. Well, let's do the double F.
Sorry, yeah. Let's
I
do
think
it.
we picked up, we ended last
Is this a
week.
new iPad cover?
No.
Okay.
The iPad cover is the same. So we left off last week. Oh God, honestly, I don't even remember what happened last week.
Do we have the previous chapter?
No, I delete them off the iPad for storage.
Gosh.
What was the look at the title on podcast app? What?
No,
it is.
I'll just subscribe.
Oh yeah,
The ghost of the slave. Dobby came back and said, I don't know what Dobby said.
Dobby was there. He warned them that some shit was going down. And we pick up today at chapter 35, Sam. And chapter 35, usually we start the pod by reading the title of the chapter, which this week, Sam, is the following.
Chapter 35. Act 3 begins.
Oh.
Not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. So the title continues. It's Act 3 begins, and then in brackets, AKA stuff is finally going to start happening from now.
Oh, well, that's
end brackets.
promising.
Okay, great. So one more time. Chapter 35, Act 3 begins, AKA stuff is finally going to start happening from now.
And this is interesting to me because I don't know if I could discernibly say there has been an Act 1 and 2 of this book.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe there was an Act 1, then an intermission, and now we're in Act 3.
I feel like we had that inciting incident, as I believe they call it, which is probably the breakout of Azkaban,
which
That
was the first chapter.
the first chapter. So
Yeah.
that kind of begins Act 1. I don't know how we went
From
into
Act 1 to Act 2.
2.
If anyone wants to break down the 3 acts of this book, please send an email in. Not in Stan form, though. I'll do it in stand form.
Yeah, why not?
We'll see how we go.
I guess if people do write or record verses, if they really do go to that effort, we will read it out like that.
We love your creative input. So, like I've always said, anyone who wants to make any art, comic strips based on the book, fan fiction spin-offs of this book, would love that.
Yeah. And
do some free work.
If my comedy festival show goes badly, it's also just going to be, I'm just going to resort to comic strips as well.
Yeah.
Take my clothes off.
Yeah. It would be a
so
comic
shit.
strip.
Yeah. That's so shit. But my show's good though.
That's
all right.
Yes, it is good. Use that code.
Okay. Use that code, which we think is Harry.
Well, it will be Harry.
It
It's not like,
it is
unless
Harry.
you typo and put Harrop or something.
It's Harry.
Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Let's do this.
Harry Potter was moping around the school, kicking bits of paper in the hallways and talking to the documentary crew. So now, we've had this before, but sometimes it's just a film crew, but now it's officially a documentary crew.
So now we've confirmed there is a documentary filming Harry.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not being headmaster is fine and shit. To be honest, it's really helped me get more perspective on my life and focus on my animation career, Harry said.
My animation career.
Comic strips, maybe.
Yeah.
Harry said, here we go, holding up a drawing he had done of a cartoon version of him smiling next to a cartoon version of Socky.
That's so funny.
I guess also, like, I've imagined Socky in cartoon form.
Yes.
But now, if that's a cartoon, thinking of the real Socky, I'm just thinking literally of a real crusty sock speaking.
With glasses and a scar and stuff.
Yeah, it's odd.
It's a bit weird, yeah.
Harry had been called to the headmaster's office for an important meeting.
Which is Neville now.
Neville is now, yeah. He stood at the statue of the Griffin and said the password that the new headmaster had told him. Big tits lesbian porn. The Griffin statue didn't open. Sherbet lemon is now big tits lesbian porn.
Big tits lesbian porn.
Because I'd say lesbian porn, big tits. But
yeah, true.
I
don't know.
No, yeah.
And send a woman emoji if you love big tits lesbian porn.
Don't send that to me.
Don't send it to me.
The Griffin statue didn't open. Whoops, thought this was Google. Harry looked back at the cameras and winked at them, then did a laugh with Socky on his end.
I think he's saying sock, like, he's like, ha.
All right.
Yeah.
Neville is better than Harry. The Griffin statue opened up and curled into the spiral staircase it always curled up into. Great. Do you reckon Neville would have made that password? That's pretty bold.
Yeah, but I think, this is Neville's chance to,
Yeah.
like, hit back at Harry for all the shit he's done.
That's true. As Harry walked into the headmaster's office, he saw a note on the front door. Okay, it's all caps. Neville Longbottom's office. Girls welcome for a good time. Harry Potter only welcome if naked.
Okay.
Harry obliged and removed all his clothes and opened the door for his meeting, only to hear the sounds of unmistaken two people just fucking.
So Neville's fucking.
So the unmistaken...
The sounds of unmistaken two people just fucking.
And fucking, like with E-N.
Yeah, F-U-C-K-E-N.
Whereas only to hear the unmistakable sounds of two people just fucking.
Yes, that's what it's trying to say. But it's
But
got
you
the
just-
sounds of unmistaken.
You were writing this and you thought, I've got all the words. It doesn't matter what order they go in.
People will get
You'll
it.
get
And
it.
we did.
And also, I guess, because Harry had the rule, did all students or
Everyone had to be
everyone
naked in Harry's office. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Socky covered his eyes. Yes.
The neighbours are wondering what's going on in here.
He heard the voice of Madame Pomfrey moaning immensely sexfully
Oh, wow.
at the sound of each PSH of Neville's penis entering her vagina.
I think it's like, that's my version of the sound.
Oh,
like the psh, psh, psh.
Ah.
That's the sound of a
So
penis.
I thought it was like an acronym for like penis
sex
slowly,
orgy. Yeah.
or
No, I think
sexually.
it's the like for each psh of the penis, like that's the sound.
Each psh. I don't think that's the. don't make that sound.
That's what it sort of
I
sounds.
don't want to know.
You do know, unless you're a virgin.
I am, and I didn't want to reveal it. I'm waiting till marriage. Not my marriage. I'm just waiting till the married at first sight. Finale. No, because they're already married.
They're not really married on marriage.
But they're not really married.
Yeah.
Madame Humphrey moaning as each psh of Neville's penis entering her vagina, while the portrait of the fat lady, Denise, was massaging Neville's shoulders while naked, with very big breasts.
She would have large breasts.
She did.
She could do big tit lesbian porn.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. And I guess she's with Madame Humphrey, who also, yeah.
Well, Madame Pomfrey, I don't think would have the same size breasts as Denise, the fat lady.
I'm just happy Denise is back.
Yeah, okay.
I thought about her a lot.
Yeah.
Not
naked?
No. Harry's mouth gaped to the floor in shock. Poppy? Denise? No. This is all wrong. What are you doing fucking Neville? I've been asking to fuck you for ages.
And that's,
yeah.
Well,
you don't get to ask
That's how it
that.
happens.
Yeah.
Hey, can I fuck you? Yeah,
maybe.
sure.
Neville suddenly stopped and pulled his pants down.
Oh.
So they weren't? Not before, but, oh God.
I
Jesus
think he was
fucking Christ.
supposed to pull his pants up.
Neville, I'm going to read it how it is. Neville suddenly stopped and pulled his pants down, not before he was able to leak a group of semen from his penis, which narrowly missed the vaginal opening. But Madame Pomfrey was probably so old she couldn't even get pregnant anymore, or even if she could perform abort magic. Now, this is one of the most fucked paragraphs we've read, I think.
Well, you know what? I think this shows the readers the risk of unsafe sex.
I think
even one sperm getting to that egg and you're pregnant. Wear a condom, guys.
I think you've had your sex ed class the week
day.
The week, because you're like, no, even some semen and a group of semen.
Yeah.
Like they're just a gang.
Yeah.
Hanging out. Narrowly missed the
think,
vaginal opening.
I'd buy a group of sperm because there are lots of sperm. I wouldn't buy a group of semen.
Where are you buying these?
No,
you buy them.
I'd believe it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you were. I just assumed you were going and buying.
No, sorry,
sperm
that was
from
wrong.
people.
The vaginal opening as well. Is it? We don't need to.
I'd say
talk about
vaginal.
The anatomy. Yeah,
But,
the vaginal.
But
Like, is the vagina not just the opening, or is it the whole tunnel?
no, that's that. The outside. The outside is not the vagina.
No, I know that, but like the hole is. I don't think people want to hear this.
You know what? Let's not.
Yeah, well, that's what I said.
Madame Pom, and I love Madame. So old she probably couldn't even get pregnant.
Yeah,
Pregnant. Pregnant.
but she probably couldn't get pregnant anymore.
And abort
well,
magic.
she definitely
is
can't
fine.
get pregnant because that's not a thing.
No one can. And geez, that's dark, but it's so funny.
Abort magic.
Abort magic, not abortion magic. Not. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
We'll move
That's
on.
So,
Yeah.
it's
Sorry,
very funny.
I'm sorry.
It's
in advance.
it's hilarious.
Thank you.
And it's not. We don't. This doesn't reflect on either of us, except for you as a 13-year-old, 14-year-old.
I thought you were going to say we're pro-abortion on this. We're pro-choice. on
We
this
are
pod.
pro-choice.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought that's what you were going to say for some reason. I thought you were going to be like, and I shouldn't say we are pro-choice.
We're pro-choice. Well, I prefer to say I'm anti-life. I prefer
Yeah,
that.
I'm anti-life.
I'm anti-life. So that kind of ties in with pro-choice.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I'm
You should be able to choose to end the life of a baby.
Well, because they say is pro-life. Yeah, they're pro-life.
Yeah,
so I'm
it's
just
true.
I just say I'm anti-life. And I think
Anti-life,
that
that's good. That's
yeah.
good. Use that in the special.
Maybe.
Standard.
Oh, Harry. This is embarrassing. I completely forgot about our meeting. Denise, Poppy, please excuse us, Neville said, zipping up his trousers and getting his dick stuck halfway in the zipper. But not having time to fix it as Madame Pomfrey and Denise ran out of the room with their boobs bouncing as they ran, which is what girls do. They run with their boobs bouncing breastfully.
I'm sorry, guys. This is not appropriate.
There's a quote from an esteemed author's book. I can't remember.
Shakespeare?
Is it? And it's like, and it's like
Our breasts.
they're boobs bounce breastily or breastily bouncing
I do not
boobs.
know this.
And
no.
it's which is like ridiculous. Anyway, Neville asked Harry to leave the room and come back in, which Harry did. This time, Neville was all dressed correctly, except he hadn't fixed his dick in the zipper as a power play.
That is a power play because if you actually, I was
That
gonna
would be.
say, it would be that isn't a power play. That's just
Well, I guess
some
it kind
kind
of
of
is,
assault.
but you're like, he's probably bleeding from the penis that's stuck in the zip.
Jags, the teeth of the zipper.
So he hadn't fixed that, and he spun around on his chair while petting a little cat, like Dr. Evil.
That's actually funny because this actually is great insight into 13-year-old me because like Dr. Evil is based on a James Bond villain.
Dr. No.
Dr. No.
Yeah.
And I just think Dr. Evil is the guy that strikes the cat.
And which I thought that as well. And I was like, wow, what a great character.
And then you see James Bond,
I was
Dr.
like, that's like the same.
Yeah, they've copied it. I was talking the other day as like The Incredibles, the movie, came out around the same time as the Fantastic Four movie. And I remember seeing them and I saw Incredibles first and then I was like, Fantastic Four totally copied The Incredibles. Like they've got the force field, the stretchy.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, nah, I think Fantastic Four has been around for a lot longer than The Incredibles.
Also, I once made me and my friend Zave, we had a...
Kennedy?
Yeah, Xavier Kennedy.
Shout out.
We had a work Christmas party that was James Bond themed. And he was going to go... I was like, what are you going as? He's like, I'm just going to go as like sexy James Bond. Like he'd like cut up the bottom of a shirt and was just going to have the abs out. And I said, what about instead we pop you in a bald cap and a shit grey suit that we pin up to your throat.
Yeah.
And I'll go as a cat. And we'll both go as
Dr. No.
Dr. No. And I went in a giant cat costume.
Yeah. And did he end up going as Dr. No?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's just funny because like if he wanted to like pick up that night, I was like, not anymore, baby.
Yeah.
You're wearing a shit bald cap, sticky tape to your head.
But some girls are into that.
Yeah, actually.
Some guys are into that.
Yeah. And we got nominated for Best Dress. We didn't get Best Dress though.
That sucks.
Professor Potter, please. So this is Neville. Professor Potter, please follow me to the outside area, Neville said, gesturing Harry to the door. Gesturing to the Harry at the door. Neville said, yeah. Well, why didn't you just tell me to meet you outside the castle? Why did I have to come up here? Harry said.
Okay, sorry, go on.
Silence! Neville yelled in Dumbledore style from the first movie.
So part of me genuinely is wondering now if just whoever is headmaster of Hogwarts turns into an imbecile.
Yeah.
And then, because now it's really a reversal where Harry's going, why do we have to meet here? Why? Yeah. Anyway.
That's true, yeah. As Neville took Harry outside the main area of Hogwarts, a group of students and teachers started watching what was happening and laughing at Harry's naked body with simply the sock of Socky on his hand. Cheeseman Damo and Monsieur Chargeur were there, alongside Madame Pomfrey.
How'd she get there so
I don't know.
quickly?
Professor Malfoy, the school counsellor. I forgot he was the...
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. That was in Act 1.
Hermione and many others. In fact, so many people were there that no one actually noticed that Dyla Dungorius, the Australian exchange student that was a human crocodile, had eaten a first-year student because he could no longer control his animal instincts.
Well, that's insane. Dyla Dungorius pops up a bit.
Yeah, but we haven't seen... I forgot that they were actually like a humanoid crocodile hybrid.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I forgot too.
And I guess Harry had to remain naked or just did remain naked.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, Harry, do 100 star jumps naked, said Neville cunningly.
I like this version of Neville.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel bad for what he's endured.
Yep.
He's obviously acting out because of what he's endured, you know?
Exactly. He's getting some... Harry's getting some comeuppance.
Yeah, eye for an eye.
Yeah. I like that he said do 100 star jumps naked.
He's already
He is naked. Doesn't really have a choice.
Yes.
And now this is a different character.
It's Socky. Neville, I think you've gone mad with power.
Socky said through Harry's voice. This is demeaning. I would never do this in my powerful position as headmaster, Harry said.
His ongoing abuse of power.
Yeah, which he does every time. Of course I've gone mad with power. Have you ever tried going mad without power? It's awful. That's funny. Nobody listens to you.
That's a direct quote from The Simpsons
Oh,
movie.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, sir, I'm afraid you've gone mad with power. Of course I've gone mad with power. You ever tried going mad without power? It's awful. No one listens to you.
That is funny because I'm like, wow, Mike, what a great line.
It's straight
Complete
out of
quote from the Simpsons movie.
So it's the bad guy, and he's like, I want 1,000 tough guys. I want 1,000 soft guys to make the tough guys look tougher. This is how I want them arranged. Tough, tough, soft, tough, soft, tough, tough, soft. And it's like, sir, you've gone mad with power. Great scene.
Oh, that's good. It's awful. No one listens to you. Now, star jump, he said. Harry began star jumping, his penis elegantly flopping up and down with each jump, like the breasts of Madame Pomfrey as she ran out of the room earlier. Still thinking about that.
His penis was bouncing breastily.
Yeah, it was. Cockily, yeah. As he was star jumping, a figure began emerging from the forbidden forest. The boys, who had joined to watch Harry be humiliated and were loving it, suddenly looked over. A boy was walking out with eyes glowing yellow.
Ooh. Next page.
Gemini! Lockie shouted. And he ran towards Gemini Jones, the boy who had been kidnapped at the end of book 2. He ran toward Gemini Jones, the boy who had been kidnapped at the end of book 2, returned for a few chapters, then kidnapped again for some reason.
Crazy.
Lockie moved closer to Gemini, but Gemini was not stopping. His wand was out. Gemini? Lockie said again cautiously. Zappatron! What a shit spell.
Zappatron.
The sound came from Gemini's mouth, and the elemental spell of electricity, that's capital E-S, the E of elemental, spell.
This is from book 1. They learnt about
Wow.
it. Ron Weasley taught them. 'Cause
Oh.
remember he was in the first book?
Oh yeah, then he died.
You don't notice the lack of Ron much, do
No.
you?
Yeah, he's not really missed. The elemental spell of electricity shot out of Lockie. Shot out. I'm having a shocker with
You're
this.
having a shocker. Are you
so to
having a
speak-
shocker?
so to speak. Lockie immediately Lockie immediately rolled out of the way, confused at what was happening. I was like, whoop, just rolling out, like Ralph rolling down the.
When he rolls down the hill,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't
Yeah.
he just, he
Yeah.
rolls the wrong way or something?
Oh, is that what happened?
I don't know. I know exactly what you mean, but I don't. But I do.
The Dark Lord will return in the next book.
Oh.
The power of the dark farts will prevail. I am the darkness, and you are the light, and darkness will always cover the light, Lockie. 2 sides, 1 coin. Gemini said absently. Wow.
This is a lot.
The Dark Lord will return in the next book. That's
Oh,
a
guess
tease for next
you can
book.
Skip straight to book 5.
Yeah.
The
If you're on book, skip straight to book 5, book 4.
If we ever get there. I think we've been doing book 3 for 2
That's true.
years.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have. The boys looked over at Cheeseman Damo and Monsieur Chargeur, who looked shocked at what was occurring. Harry had stopped star jumping, but Neville said, Harry, even though this is going on, I'd appreciate you continue star jumping. Neville bravely walked over the Gemini and said, now I'm the headmaster here. What's going on? Neville, Harry said, mid-star jump. Just give them whatever they want. Protect the children at all costs. That's very out of character.
Very humble.
We want Potter, Gemini's voice said. Lockie watched on in awe. Neville, fight them. We will not negotiate the terrorists. We will not.
It was like, we just want Lucky. Yeah, just give him to
We want Potter.
We
You
should
know
fight
what?
him. Ignore me.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
A swarm of Commentors began swamping out of the forest. Finally, we see Commentors again. The Commentors will get you, Neville said. No, the Commentors are on our side. We've controlled them.
Oh,
Gemini
so the bad
responded.
guys have controlled the Commentors.
Okay. The Commentors made everything cold, made all the boys' dicks shrivel up so they might never come again or feel horny again.
The worst.
That'd be the worst.
I'd hate
eh?
that.
Oh, God.
I'd actually hate that.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind if you were never horny again. Although these books would be. Yeah.
The books would be different, yeah.
Everybody laughed at Harry's shriveled up dick on display.
You would have to.
Yeah. Because all the dicks shriveling up. At
Shrinkage.
least they're in the comfort of their own pants.
Pets,
really.
yes.
I'd like to think even the Commentors are laughing. Look at that. Cheeseman Damo instantly stepped forward, wand out, and the boys noticed Monsieur Chargeur try to stop him and say, no!
Oh.
But Cheeseman continued and shouted, Sexpecto Patrocum! There it was again, that gooey elephant that emerged from his wand. But this time it was no match. Gemini, whose wand was radiating with an electrical energy, fired another Zapatron spell, which instantly destroyed the elephant.
Oh, the gooey elephant.
I mean, I didn't know that the goo and the electricity were kind of conflicting powers, but they could get each other.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Gemini pointed his wand at Harry, who continued to star jump. And Gemini used another incantation the boys were unfamiliar with, Electro Loop.
I like that. That sounds like a train.
Yeah, it does.
Taking the electro
Loop. Yeah. It's quicker. It's just quicker. You get the Electro Loop.
Quicker. It's quicker than the bus.
Yeah, usually
It's all electro.
It's all electro now.
Or a
If you miss, don't worry, it loops around. Electro. If you miss, it comes. It's always on the Electro Loop. Anyway. You're gonna remember that? I'm just gonna Electro Loop. It's easier.
Oh, let's get those the e-scooters.
No, just Electro Loop. Electro Loop.
It takes you there in 5 minutes.
yeah.
Quicker than scooter.
Don't Electro
cheaper
Scoot.
as well.
Don't Electro Scoot. Electro Loop. That was remember the ad?
Remember the ad?
Don't Electro Scoot. Get Electro Loop. Yeah, yeah.
Free for kids. All right, what's Electro Loop do?
From out of his wand came an electrical rope that wrapped around Harry Potter and trapped him and Socky. The Commentors moved over to his exposed dick and began sucking it. Fuck. Just before we get to the exposed dick part, I'm imagining it looks like Wonder Woman's...
I had that thought as well. The whip.
The whip or the rope.
Rope. Lasso.
Lasso. Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Yes, I'm imagining that too.
Which I'm sure is called
Or
the Golden something.
it's the Magic Whip. No, that's an album by Blur. The band Blur.
This is probably not... it could be this. I do, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So they're now sucking Harry Potter's shriveled dick. No! Gemini said, leave him for now. We need him. Soul intact. They need him for something. Gemini used his wand to hover the wrapped up Harry back into the forest.
They've got Harry.
Just really, that's not how you spell forest, is it?
No.
I've read it so many times.
I've done that every
it's
time,
every
yeah.
single. It's F-O. You've got F-O.
It's one R,
yeah,
but I've spelt it with 2 R's.
Yeah. And you'll never guess where the second one is.
It's next to the first one. Or before the first one.
It's hard to tell. Okay, so hovered. So Harry's now been kidnapped really by Gemini.
And Gemini seems to have gone bad.
When it said absently before, it seems like maybe he's been controlled.
Yes.
Is my thought. Gemini, Lockie yelled, confused about what was going on. Do not follow me, Gemini said calmly as he stepped into the forest. Oh, God, we're obviously going to end up following him, Michael turned to Rob and said. That's funny. The boys noticed the familiar face of clownish Kim Jiri waiting for Gemini at the entry to the forest. Yeah.
He's just standing there.
Hey, guys. And upon seeing Harry wrapped up, began laughing maniacally like the Joker.
Ah, good pop culture reference. What?
I don't know. How do you laugh? How did the Joker laugh? That's really
That's more
good.
Green Goblin. No, I don't know. No, it's not.
That's a good one. Do you want to do that?
Yeah,
Do you want to do that? Well, you can be Kim Jiri.
So, began laughing maniacally like the
The
Joker. Do you like my Joker impression?
They heard him say. The Commentors flew behind them. But where was Vladek and Mr. Charger? The boys all looked over at Monsieur Chargeur, who was kneeling beside Cheeseman Damo, making sure he was okay. What is going on?
Well, Monsieur Charger seems to be close with Cheeseman Damo.
Yeah, but
Cheeseman, we can't figure out.
Cheeseman's kind of stopping the Commentors, but they're not.
Yes,
and then, like, are they in on this plan or not? It seems like these 4 guys, is it 4 of them, have kind of like, 2 of them have one idea. Vladek and Oh, I don't know.
Vladek's not
Vladek's
even
not even
there.
there.
And also, what happened to Boris Mailman?
Boris Mailman. So there's 5 of them.
Well, there's Boris Mailman, Vladek Slobodomanovic, Clownish Kimjiri, Mr. Charger, Cheeseman Damo, Jordan Borden.
Squad goals.
Hashtag. Last page.
Cheeseman Damo opened his eyes and looked, and Monsieur Chargeur
Oh.
looked at Monsieur Chargeur, and both smiled at each other. Winstone, this feels like a good time to give you this.
Oh.
Cheeseman Damo handed a piece of paper to Monsieur Chargeur, and the boys could make out the headline.
That's convenient.
Real and totally not fake birth certificate. Monsieur Winstone Chargeur. Real French guy and not fake French guy.
Ooh.
What?
They mentioned a birth certificate. I think when we were doing the live show, it was like Cheeseman Damo leaving the Hogwarts poker night with Monsieur Charger, and he's like, I'll organise that birth certificate for you.
I'll organise
Or
it.
something. And now it looks like we know Monsieur Charger is faking. It's obviously Mr. Charger.
Well, that's what I thought.
He continues to deny it, and now he's even got a totally not fake birth certificate to prove it.
Wow. Because for a moment I was fooled and I thought that was a real... I was like, well, if that's a real birth certificate, then that's not Mr. Charger.
Oh.
But I think it is a fake birth certificate.
I think it's a fake birth. Well, I don't know. But
I'm no expert.
great chapter, and things are really starting to happen.
Things are starting to happen as promised in the title.
Well, that was a good app, Sam. Thanks
Sure
for
was.
being here.
Of course.
Sam's show, Big Ick Energy, comedyfestival.com.au.
Yep. By the time you hear this, it'll be in less than 2 weeks, or 2 weeks to the day, probably.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah,
be amazing.
Really good time to get tickets.
And I guess that's all she wrote.
I thought you wrote it.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think we're done.
I think we're
I think
out.
we're done.
We're
I've got to
out
go.
of
I've
ideas.
actually got to go.
We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
What's that?
The Simpsons.
Ah.
Remember Ned Flanders' parents?
Oh yeah.
You gotta help us, Doc. We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
Aren't they playing
boom,
bongos?
boom, bam, bam, boom, boom, bam, bam. All right, let's leave.
All right.
Sam actually has to go. Goodbye.
Hamoras.
And cut.
Cut. Scene. Okay, so that's
Scene.
that's our 5th take of the podcast.
We
Should
just need one more angle.
All right, so let's start from the top.
Yeah, from the top.
All right.
Do you remember the first line? Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
so
I
it's
did the
hello,
first
Moras,
line.
and then we're laughing, and then
Yes, because you were copying my
yeah. Then
hand
I'll
actions.
explain I was copying the actions
Yeah,
again.
and then we'll do the stuff about your show.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And then
I think I stumbled on that. So
Yeah.
So this is the 7th time through.
yes,
Okay.
and then I thought the song, the Stan song, we won't run the song again because we've already got the
Yeah,
shot
we kinda
of
got that.
of us
We've got
reacting
the shot
to
of
you,
that.
Yeah.
So-
And then I'll go into the 7 Potters thing that I talked about, the tidbit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we'll just do the double F.
Yeah,
But,
of course.
and you can do your story about the car park again.
Yeah, because I kind of
improv.
yeah, that was the bit of improv, and then after that, my page 14 of the script, yeah,
Yeah.
when I talked about
Yeah, great. But I think we've got most of it. But we just got to get a few more angles.
okay,
All
from
right,
the top.
cool.